Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English Slowly with Max and Zoe. Zoe, are you ready to chill?
Hello, listeners! And yes, I'm ready, Max. But I think your idea of chilling is a bit different from mine.
Huh? What do you mean?
You usually just nap all day, right?
You know me too well, Zoe. But hey, naps are important.
Maybe for you, Max. I prefer using my weekends to get organized and plan ahead. But I guess we balance each other out.
Well, I'm the dreamer and you're the planner. Together, we make weekends both fun and productive. Speaking of which, what do you have planned for this weekend? More spreadsheets?
Very funny, Max. No spreadsheets this time. I plan to relax a bit, maybe read a book, and enjoy some time outdoors. What about you? Just napping?
Not just napping, I can also be balanced. You know that.
Ah, sure. So grab a comfy seat and let's dive into some fun daily routines for the weekend.
Absolutely. Let's go. Before we jump into routines, let's talk about why weekends are so important psychologically.
Oh, this is getting deep. I like it.
Research shows that having something to look forward to can increase happiness by up to 25%. And what do most people look forward to?
The weekend.
Exactly. But here's the interesting part. The anticipation of the weekend often makes us happier than the weekend itself.
Wait, really? So I'm happiest on Friday afternoon when I'm thinking about sleeping in on Saturday?
Pretty much. That's why it's so important to actually plan good weekends, not just let them happen.
But doesn't planning take away from the spontaneity and relaxation?
Not if you plan for both. You can schedule some activities and leave room for spontaneous moments.
I never thought about it that way. So, weekends need structure, but also flexibility.
Exactly. Think of it like jazz music. There's a basic structure, but there's room for improvisation.
That's actually a really cool way to think about it.
And here's something else interesting. People who have fulfilling weekends report being more productive during the work week.
So, good weekends make you better at your job?
Yes, it's all about recovery and renewal. Your brain needs downtime to function at its best. Aha. Good morning, everyone.
Woo, what is that outfit, Max?
Well, today we're diving into the best way to start a weekend morning, right? What do you think, Zoe? Sleeping in?
Haha, definitely, Max. Sleeping in is a great start. No alarm, just relaxing. It's like a little weekend gift. I love waking up around 10 a.m. and staying in bed a bit longer.
10 o'clock? Wow, that's late. I like to wake up at 8 a.m., so I have more time to enjoy the morning.
8 o'clock? That's still like a weekday.
You should relax more on the weekends.
I guess I'm a morning person. But I do love making a special breakfast, like omelets or avocado toast.
Ah, food. Now we're talking. I'm all about pancakes with a mountain of syrup, or waffles, or both.
Why not add some fresh fruit too? It's a nice balance, and you still get a treat.
You and your balance. All right, pancakes with fruit it is.
Yes. What about our listeners? How do you start your perfect weekend morning?
Yeah, do you sleep in like me or rise early, like Zoe? Share your thoughts. Let's talk about the science behind sleeping in on weekends.
Oh, this should be interesting. Are you going to justify your 10 a.m. wake up time?
Actually, there's research that shows sleeping in on weekends can help make up for lost sleep during the week.
Really? So it's not just being lazy?
Nope. It's called sleep debt recovery. Your body literally keeps track of how much sleep you owe it.
But there's a limit, right? You can't sleep for 15 hours and call it healthy.
True. Sleep experts say you shouldn't sleep more than 1 to 2 hours past your normal bedtime and wake up time.
What happens if you sleep too much?
You can actually feel groggier and more tired. It's called sleep inertia.
That explains why I feel terrible when I sleep until noon.
Exactly. And here's a cool fact: the quality of your sleep matters more than the quantity.
So, 8 hours of good sleep is better than 10 hours of restless sleep?
Absolutely. That's why creating a good sleep environment is so important, even on weekends.
Speaking of breakfast, did you know that what you eat in the morning can affect your entire day?
Tell me more. I want to justify my pancake addiction.
Well, protein rich breakfasts help stabilize your blood sugar and keep you full longer.
So, eggs are better than pancakes?
Not necessarily better, but they'll give you more sustained energy. You could have both.
Now we're talking pancakes and eggs. The best of both worlds. After a relaxing morning, how about going outside?
Sounds good. Fresh air and sunshine are great, but no crazy stunts, okay?
Oh, come on, Zoe. You know me. I was just thinking about a relaxing hike, not skydiving. Although,
Skydiving? Really, Max? Let's just go for a nice, safe hike.
all right, hiking it is. It's a great way to feel alive, surrounded by nature. Plus, I can practice my bird calls. Want to hear one?
No bird calls, please. Your bird calls sound more like a mix between a squeaky door and a car alarm.
Ouch, Zoe. You wound me? All right, no bird calls. How about a bike ride? The wind in your hair, discovering new trails. It's like being a kid again.
That's more like it. Yes, cycling is great. Just don't race any cars, okay?
I make no promises. Just kidding. But seriously, what about a picnic in the park? You bring the snacks, and I'll bring the charm.
Charm, huh? Well, picnics are a wonderful way to relax.
Exactly. I love people watching and maybe feeding ducks if they don't chase me. Or maybe feeding ducks, unless they chase me again.
Chased by ducks? I don't even want to know. But I agree, spending time in the park is so relaxing. And feeding ducks is nice. Just do it safely.
Let's talk about why being in nature is so good for us mentally.
Is there actually science behind feeling better when you're outside?
Absolutely. There's something called nature therapy or forest bathing that's been studied extensively.
Forest bathing? That sounds like something hippies made up.
I thought so too, but it's actually based on solid research. Just 20 minutes in nature can lower cortisol levels.
Cortisol is the stress hormone, right?
Right. And being in nature also boosts creativity. Studies show that people solve problems 50% better after spending time outdoors.
So, if I'm stuck on something, I should go for a walk?
Exactly. That's why some companies are now having walking meetings instead of sitting in conference rooms.
What about people who live in cities? Not everyone has access to forests.
Even urban parks work. The key is getting away from screens and artificial environments, even for a short time.
And here's something cool. Gardening has been shown to be as effective as antidepressants for mild depression.
Really? Maybe I should start that herb garden I keep talking about.
You should. Plus, you'd have fresh herbs for cooking. It's a win-win.
What about exercise outdoors versus indoors?
Outdoor exercise is generally more beneficial because you get the nature benefits plus the physical activity benefits.
So hiking is better than going to the gym?
For mental health, yes. But both have their place in a healthy lifestyle.
The weekend is also a great time for hobbies. It's good for our well-being.
Right. Like, I've been trying to master the art of cooking.
I still can't tell the difference between a tablespoon and a teaspoon, but hey, progress is progress. It's both practical and rewarding. What's the last dish you made?
Does toast count? Kidding. I tried making pasta from scratch. It tasted interesting.
But it was fun. How about you, Zoe? Picked up any new hobbies?
I've been trying my hand at painting.
That's great. Hobbies are about having fun. Maybe you'll find a hidden talent.
Haha, you wouldn't sit still for a portrait. But yes, hobbies are about trying new things.
Exactly. And learning new things can be exciting, like playing a musical instrument. I tried guitar once, but it was hard.
It takes practice. You should try again. Music is a great way to relax.
True. What about gardening? I hear it's good for stress.
Yes, hobbies like gardening are relaxing. Who knows? You might find a new passion.
Exactly. So go out and try something new. You never know what you'll discover. Let's dive deeper into why learning new skills is so important for our mental health.
I've heard that learning keeps your brain young. Is that true?
It absolutely is. Learning new skills creates new neural pathways in your brain. It's like building new roads in a city.
And the more roads you have, the better your brain can navigate problems?
Exactly. Plus, learning gives you a sense of accomplishment and boosts self confidence.
But what if you're bad at the new thing you're trying? I get frustrated when I can't do something well immediately.
That's completely normal. There's actually a term for that initial difficulty. It's called the learning curve.
And everyone goes through it?
Everyone, even experts, were beginners once. The key is embracing the process rather than focusing only on the outcome.
What's the best way to stick with a new hobby when it gets challenging?
Set small, achievable goals. Instead of, I want to be an amazing guitarist, try, I want to learn one new chord this week.
That makes it feel less overwhelming.
And celebrate small wins. Every time you achieve a small goal, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you want to continue.
So, my brain is basically rewarding me for learning?
Yes, your brain is designed to encourage learning and growth. You just have to work with it, not against it. All right, Zoe, now let's talk about spending quality time with family and friends. Weekends are made for connection.
Yes, it's important to use this time to be with loved ones. Doing things together can make our relationship stronger and create good memories.
Like cooking together. I might mess it up, but it's about teamwork, right?
I hope you have a fire extinguisher ready. But yes, cooking together can be fun, and you get a meal at the end. Exactly. And what about playing board games?
A little friendly competition is always fun. Well, unless you're as competitive as me, then watch out.
I can imagine that, Max. Board games are a great way to engage everyone and have some laughs. Just remember, it's about having fun, not just winning.
Easy for you to say, but I get it. How about a movie night? Everyone can bring their favorite movie and we can have a marathon with snacks.
Movie nights are perfect for relaxing and enjoying time together. Plus, it's a nice way to unwind after a busy week. And let's not forget just talking.
Sometimes sitting down and having a good chat is really special. Maybe over coffee or a nice dinner.
Yes, meaningful conversations can help us understand and appreciate each other more. It's all about being present and paying attention. And for those who like being outdoors, how about a picnic in the park?
You get fresh air, good food, and space for games. Just watch out for ants. Let's talk about why social connection is so crucial for our well being.
I know spending time with people makes me feel good, but is there science behind it?
Absolutely. Harvard has been running a study on happiness for over 80 years, and their biggest finding is that good relationships keep us happier and healthier.
80 years? That's a long study.
It is. And they found that people with strong social connections live longer, have better immune systems, and are less likely to develop depression.
So, socializing is literally good for your health.
Yes, when you spend quality time with people you care about, your body releases oxytocin, which reduces stress and promotes bonding.
What about introverts? Do they need as much social connection?
Great question. Introverts might prefer smaller groups or one on one interactions, but they still benefit from meaningful social connections.
It's about quality over quantity.
Exactly. One deep friendship can be more beneficial than 10 superficial acquaintances.
What if someone feels lonely but doesn't know how to connect with others?
Start small. Join a club based on your interests. Volunteer for a cause you care about, or even just say hello to neighbors.
And remember, building relationships takes time. Don't expect to become best friends with someone overnight.
Right. Like hobbies, relationships require patience and practice. All right, Zoe, let's talk about something we both need: self care. Weekends are perfect for taking care of yourself, right?
Yes, Max, it's important to take care of ourselves, and the weekend is a great time to relax. We need to focus on feeling good. Exactly. Like starting the day with some exercise.
I like to run to the fridge, that is. But really, exercising helps you feel better.
Yes, exercise makes you feel happier and gives you more energy. Whether it's jogging, doing yoga, or dancing, moving your body is important. And after exercise, a nice hot bath is just what you need.
Add some bubbles and candles, and it's like a spa at home. Who needs a fancy hotel, right? A hot bath helps relax your muscles and calm your mind.
It's a great way to relax after a busy week. And don't forget about face masks. I might look silly, but my skin feels great after.
Self care means feeling good inside and out.
Face masks are a nice way to take care of your skin.
Let's break down self care because it's not just about bubble baths and face masks.
Really? What other types are there?
There's physical self care like exercise and healthy eating, emotional self care like journaling or therapy.
What about mental self care?
That's things like reading, learning new skills, or doing puzzles. Activities that challenge and stimulate your mind.
And social self care is spending time with people who make you feel good.
Exactly. And there's also spiritual self care, which doesn't have to be religious. It could be meditation, spending time in nature, or anything that connects you to something bigger than yourself.
So, everyone's self care routine might look different.
Absolutely. The key is finding what works for you and making it a regular part of your routine.
What if someone feels guilty about taking time for self care?
That's really common, especially for people who are used to taking care of others. But think of it like the airplane oxygen mask rule.
You have to put your own mask on first before helping others?
Exactly. You can't take care of others if you're not taking care of yourself first.
And self care isn't selfish. It actually makes you better at helping and supporting the people you love.
Right. When you're well rested, emotionally balanced, and physically healthy, you have more to give to others. And planning is a great way to set yourself up for success.
Taking a bit of time over the weekend to organize your week can make everything run more smoothly. That's true. I try to make a to do list, but it often turns into a doodle pad.
How do you keep everything so neat?
I start by setting clear goals for the week. Having a plan helps me stay focused and productive. It's important to know what you need to do and what's most important. Goals are great, but what about those little things?
Like, I always forget to buy milk. Grocery lists are my nemesis. Making a shopping list is important.
It saves time and stops you from making extra trips to the store. You can use a note app or just write it down on paper. And meal prepping, do you do that too? I tried once, but I ended up eating all my snacks for the week in one day.
Meal prepping is a great way to make sure you have healthy meals ready for the week.
It saves time and reduces stress about what to eat. Start with simple recipes you like. Right. What else can help make the week easier?
Organizing your workspace and getting rid of clutter can make a big difference.
It's about creating a space where you feel comfortable and focused.
Let's talk about why planning is so helpful for our mental health.
Is there science behind why some people are natural planners and others aren't?
There is. Some people have naturally higher levels of a trait called conscientiousness, which makes them more organized and future focused.
But even if you're not naturally organized, you can develop planning skills.
Absolutely. Your brain is plastic, which means it can change and adapt. The more you practice planning, the easier it becomes.
What's the benefit of planning beyond just being organized?
Planning reduces something called cognitive load. Basically, it frees up mental space by getting things out of your head and onto paper.
So, writing things down actually makes you think more clearly?
Yes, when your brain doesn't have to remember everything, it can focus better on the task at hand.
What about people who say planning ruins spontaneity?
You can plan for spontaneity. Schedule some unstructured time in your week for unexpected opportunities.
That's actually genius. Plan to not have plans.
Exactly. It gives you the structure you need while leaving room for fun surprises. And here's something interesting. People who plan their leisure time actually enjoy it more than people who don't.
Really? Why is that?
Because anticipation is a big part of enjoyment. Planning gives you something to look forward to.
Let's talk about something that affects most of our weekends, our relationship with technology.
Oh, this is important. I definitely spend too much time on my phone during weekends.
You're not alone. The average person spends over 7 hours a day looking at screens.
7 hours? That's like a full-time job.
And weekends can be even worse because we have more free time to scroll mindlessly.
So what can we do about it?
One idea is to create phone free zones in your home, like the dining room or bedroom.
Or you could try a digital sunset, turning off devices an hour before bed.
I like that. What about social media specifically?
Try the 1 hour rule, and for every hour you spend on social media, spend an hour doing something in real life.
That's a great way to balance digital and real world activities.
And remember, you can use technology positively too. FaceTime with family, learn something new on YouTube, or listen to podcasts like this one.
The key is being intentional about your tech use instead of just defaulting to it when you're bored.
What if someone feels anxious when they're away from their phone?
That's called nomophobia, fear of being without your phone. Start small, like leaving it in another room for 30 minutes.
And remember, being bored is actually good for creativity. Some of our best ideas come when our minds are free to wander. One thing that can make weekends more meaningful is creating traditions.
What kind of traditions?
They can be simple, like having pancakes every Saturday morning or taking a sunset walk every Sunday evening.
Why are traditions important?
They give you something to look forward to and create a sense of continuity and stability in your life.
Plus, if you have a family, traditions create shared memories and strengthen bonds.
Even if you live alone, personal traditions can be really grounding. Like reading in your favorite chair every Saturday afternoon.
What if you get bored of the same tradition?
You can evolve them. Maybe you start with Saturday pancakes, then expand to trying a new pancake recipe each week.
Or rotate between different traditions seasonally, hiking in summer, visiting museums in winter.
The key is finding things that genuinely bring you joy, not just doing things because you think you should.
And involve other people when possible. Shared traditions are often more meaningful than solo ones.
We hope you've enjoyed our tips and stories about making the most of your weekends. Yes, and remember, weekends are a great time to relax, explore, and
And spend time with loved ones. It's important to recharge and prepare for the week ahead.
thanks for tuning in. We hope you have a fantastic weekend full of fun and relaxation. And if you find a cool event or try something new, let us know. Yes, we'd love to hear your stories and maybe even share them on our next episode.
Before we go, let's recap the main points from today's episode. First, weekends are psychologically important for recovery and anticipation.
Second, balance structure with spontaneity. Plan some things, but leave room for surprises.
Third, prioritize activities that contribute to your physical, mental, and social well being.
Fourth, don't forget about self care and doing things that genuinely bring you joy.
And finally, be intentional about how you spend your time, including your relationship with technology.
Remember, there's no perfect weekend routine. It's about finding what works for you and your lifestyle.
Some weekends you might want to be super active and social, others you might just want to rest.
Both are valid. Listen to what you need and don't feel guilty about it.
The most important thing is that your weekends leave you feeling refreshed and ready for the week ahead.
Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
Until next time, keep chilling and exploring. See you all soon.
Goodbye.